Hi, this is Parks Homestead. I raise meat rabbits, teach you tips and tricks on how to raise your own. This is my introduction video, so please bear with me. I just like to start off on saying thank you for being here. I appreciate every single one of you, and what better place to do it than in my breeder barn. I'll try to keep it short and sweet, do a little bit of backstory behind me. Also, please give me grace as this is my first video for YouTube that I'm filming, trying to edit, and longer talking videos. So please bear with me and hopefully this gets better. So to start off, this is Parks Homestead. As I said, I raise meat rabbits. I raise Timuc composites, Texas A&M University of Kingsville composites. They were originally bred up north, then brought down to ones down in the south to gain a better heat tolerance and humidity. Took it over to Texas A&M University of Kingsville to where they started the project to help develop a better backyard meat rabbit. And I believe they conquered that, and that is what we have today. So they were mixed with 6 or 7 other different breeds to literally gain a better backyard meat rabbit. So no, they are not arbor registered. People have tried to get them arbor registered, but to be honest, it takes a long time. And if they do, great. If they don't, great. It doesn't really bother me. I'm still gonna continue to breed them as I really love the variety they have and also how fast they grow. A couple of the breeds that are mixed in with the Timuc is you got New Zealand White, New Zealand Red, Havana, Harlequin, Cream d'Orange, Satin, and Dutch. I might be missing one, but that's pretty much the gist, just so you can kind of get a full scale of what they are. A little bit of backstory about me. I grew up in the rodeo industry, so my grandma, me, and my mom all rode horses, including my grandpa. My grandpa was a team roper, so I have a livestock background. In high school, I raised pigs for FFA, and I've always loved the idea of farm to table. So directly growing something yourself, whether you are growing basil, tomatoes, spinach, collard greens, whatever it should be, or even livestock itself, the idea of growing your own food, preparing it on a plate, or preparing it for others has always fascinated me. And I've always known that I've wanted to raise meat for myself. Long story short, we started looking into kind of things to help our garden a little bit better. When I say I went down the rabbit hole of rabbits, I actually went down the rabbit hole of rabbits. So pretty much was gonna get rabbits for their poop for our garden because it's a really good fertilizer. And I was like, well, I don't just want rabbits for just their poop. Like, what else can they provide for me? Went down the rabbit hole, went on some Facebook groups. I don't know how I stumbled across Timucs. I do not remember, sorry. Stumbled across Timucs, got on the page, was kind of like a creeper in the background, just watching people post, seeing what people are doing, what's working for them, what's not working, and overall found a mentor and really awesome dude. Started talking to him and he was just a fountain of information, and I've noticed a lot of times when you try to get information off people, it's very hard to get information, which sucks. Everyone started somewhere, so you should not have to pay for said information. I could read a book and get it that way. So I'm a really big person on pay it forward because I was taught by him, not more hands-on, but because he helped me get me started, and in result, I actually ended up buying him out of all of his stock into what I have to today. I'm a really big pay it forward person, so I believe if you were helped at one point, because we all start somewhere, you should be paying it forward. Long story short, got into rabbits, went down the rabbit hole, saw that they offered more than just rabbit poop for the garden, and bought out my mentor. I bought 16 does, $5, and 2 of the does had 4-week-old kits on them. So bought everything, bought the cages here, and whatnot. I just kind of hit the ground running. I got really lucky, and I've been doing this since September of 2024. So this September of 2026 will be 2 years. I believe I found my passion in life. I really love to teach people new things, especially how to grow your own food. I still learn new things every single day. No, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a vet, but I believe I am a teacher in certain ways of what I've learned. Pretty much what this whole page is gonna be about, and my other pages are just information of what I've done or what works for me to help others. If something that I'm doing you do differently, great, awesome, love it. We are all human, we all do things differently, and I just want to go on here and preface that we do not have to be the same, you do not have to breed the same rabbits, you do not have to do exactly to a T what I do or how I feed or how I process. This is what works for me, and I want to create this page for others to gain information and then go about your own way. If you raise colony style, great. If you raise hanging cages, great. I want this page to be just an open access for information for people to get. I actually got a comment from a friend. I take this as a great compliment, but I got a comment from a friend on my TikTok page and said, the way that I deliver information is kind of cold and calculated. And he said, it's not a bad thing, but he's like, you get straight to the point. That's kind of my role, is I want to get straight to the point, and I want you to be able to learn information as well. I don't want to dilly-dally, I don't want to beat around the bush. Tell me exactly what I need to know to get from A to Z. So this is why I have that page. That's why I'm asking for grace, because I'm still working on how to create videos like this, especially sit-down ones where I'm not actively teaching you something. So that's kind of a backstory about me, and I'm just here to show you my experience and hope that it helps someone else. So please forgive me, this video is not scripted. I'm strictly going off the dome pretty much of what I'm trying to say. So I'm a big do your research first before you get into something person. I do not condone things of getting the animal, then doing the setup, then doing the research. I think that's backwards. I think if you are looking into any sort of livestock, strictly to raise for meat purposes, I believe you need to start with the end first. You guys will see the next video after this video will be a processing video. I believe if you are getting into, especially getting into meat, and you haven't done it before, you need to see the very end result before you drop a lot of money. I'm a big buy once, cry once type of person. I would rather go pay for a processing class if I can do something at the end of the day of what will be processing and butchering for my family. You need to know if you can do that right off the rip. If you cannot do that immediately and are okay with doing that, this is probably not the field for you. But I'm a firm believer of, if you're trying something new, what is the end result? And you need to see that end result first. Whether you're looking at cattle, pigs, anything new, rabbits, chickens, meat birds, and you're going to be processing that animal, you need to go either to a farmer or someone that will be processing that animal and get hands-on experience from that to make sure you are able to see the end result. Especially as talking about meat rabbits, I highly suggest going to someone that processes rabbits, has done it themselves, offers a processing class, and go to them and see it. Because you don't want to spend a couple $1,000s, get it all set up, have babies, have grow outs, and then when they get to 10 to 12 weeks, go to the processing part and you're unable to do it. That's money down the drain. So take it from me, go to see a processing class. If not, if you can't do it, you would rather know now than late in the game. This video is not going to be too long, but I thought I would just come and sit down to give you a face to the name, to say hello to everyone. I'm glad that you're here. And pretty much what this page is going to be about. It's going to be about meat rabbits and a little bit of homesteading as well, but mainly meat rabbits, maybe some gardening, maybe some canning when I get there. But right now, as we speak, it's going to be about meat rabbits, homesteading, and vice versa. This is just my experience that I am publishing for you guys to see. I also ask that you please be respectful. If people have other opinions than you, you're more than welcome to comment and share, but we are not robots. We are not programmed to do the same thing. I simply ask that you provide courtesy and respect among your peers and others in the comments among this page and other people's pages as well. Again, I raise meat rabbits. I love what I do. I'm here to show you guys as best as possible for end result. I hope you gain something from this. The only thing that holds you back is fear, and once you get over the fear of doing something, the outcome is success. And lastly, I just want to say thank you again for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. As long as I help at least one person, my job is done. Welcome to the addiction of growing your own food. See you on the next video.